Hello, hello. Today we would learn a concept about subdomain approach. And before we learn that, we would like to see what is the problem that I am facing right now and how a subdomain approach can solve it. Okay, heading back, heading back to my website, which is tsabunka.com. Right now, I'm planning to do lot many projects, the toy projects which I'm trying to create. Some of them right now which is live is Batman Steady. This is just a hand pan music that lets you concentrate with with the music and you can focus on your work. Then there is a website about HIV awareness. This is majorly about what exactly the HIV is all about, and what are the different facts, figures, and all that. Third, we have about the face recognition. This is a stupid app which just started at first, which would let you to capture a photo. This would let to capture a photo and then oops, this has looks like I'm stuck. Maybe I'll just reopen my Prism app. Uh, since the Prism app is open, I don't have a green background. That's why I use this Prism lens so that you can see this cutout, which right now I think I'm not visible, but maybe I'll turn off this app. Okay, the Prism app should work and I should be live now. Okay, minimize this. Okay, so what I was trying to say is the face recognition app. So when you click on this face recognition app, it would let you to capture and say that whether you are Tejas or not. This is one of the stupidest project which I've done, uh, and this was for a reason why I've done that at the start. It is not about that project. So we have different projects that we see for this project. Right now, if you see, let's say for this HIV awareness project, if I want to share with someone over the world, I really have to remember the CDN name. You remember, you see, https colon double slash something of d5. This is a complete cloud front, the CloudFront distribution name. Um, a unique name followed by cloudfront.net. Similarly, for the Batman study, it is something similar. Remember, we have also developed a to lead interviewer. Even there, you have the CDN. This is the problem which I was facing, or which I have, not I'm facing, which I have. And I was thinking that, okay, now if I want to share with someone, I have to either copy this in some sort of a notepad or somewhere, and then I have to give them. But rather, it should be something much more similar, like right, it should be much more similar, where I can remember the domain, as simple as the domain name which I have for T Sabunkar. It should be as similar as that. So maybe I can share the batmansteady.com, something like that. But if I want to buy the batmansteady.com, I have to buy the domain. Again, I have to pay for each domain, right, with GoDaddy. um, but I don't want to keep paying for each domain, for my HIV awareness, for my Batman study project, for all the new projects which I've been developing, which I've developed previously or which I'll be developing. I don't want to keep buying the new domains. Rather, I want to use the same domain what I have, the tsabunka.com, and then try to utilize that for other projects as well. Now I was trying to search about this. Then I learned a new concept. I thought I'll share with you guys as well. So this is something called subdomain approach. Okay. In this subdomain approach, what we will be doing is, if we have a subdomain approach in the URL, so maybe something like, let's take an example for Batman study. For Batman study, we have this CloudFront URL. Rather, we would have for the domain something like https colon double slash the batman hyphen study dot com dot tsabunka.com. Because I have bought the tsabunka.com from the GoDaddy, I can have a prefix instead of just www.tsabunka.com. I can have something like batmanstudy.tsabunka.com. and then it should open this specific CDN. Um, it should redirect to this specific CDN, and it should open with that specific URL itself. Huh? So let's see how we can do that, right? In order to do that, first I need to add the record in my Route 53. Remember, we have the Route 53 in my AWS as well, where I'm trying to maintain it. So if I'm using tsabunka.com, it would go to my portfolio, but I need to add a new record now for linking this distribution. So I have this many distributions, the CDNs, the CloudFront distributions for all the different project. So let's start with the Batman study. So Batman study, I have this distribution. So coming back here to my Route 53, I would like to have, let's say, Batman study, and I would like to create an alias to my CDN, if I can see. Yeah, alias to CloudFront distribution. Here I can directly copy paste my CDN. I want a simple routing policy. I don't want any weighted or geolocation. Simple routing policy is good. I'll create this record. Now I have batmanstudy.tsabunka.com. So it knows where to route it to, but even at the CDN, we need to register it, right? So heading to CDN, in CDN, I need to have an alternate name. You see, for my tsabunka.com, I have already, for my portfolio, I have already this CDN, and it is already have a alternate domain name as tsabunka.com or www.tsabunka.com. So just letting you know that if I directly click this, even this will open tsabunka.com. But similarly for Batman as well, I need to do that. I'll open the Batman study. I'll click on alternate domain name. Here, I'll add a domain name to my server. I would say batman study dot tsabunker.com. I would click next. I would create a wildcard certificate and include the Apex domain. First of all, I need to create a certificate. I don't have the certificate for wildcard. You see, star.tsabunka.com. I only have the certificate for tsabunka.com. Even if I try to click next, it would say that please create a certificate. I'll create a certificate. I, as in behind the scene, AWS is doing all the work for me. I've just created the click certificate button. Yeah, so it is under progress. Okay, the certificate is created. Let's see if this is available. Okay, the certificate is created for wildcard. Anything I can have it now. tsabunka.com. Right now it is in use. No. So let me try to bring it that in use. I'll use this certificate. I'll add this domain. Okay, this should be good. Huh? So now if I open this Batman-study, you see I can go to this and I can literally start playing from here. So it is working. It is working, right? Similarly, we can have, now if I go back to the distributions, I can see Batman Study as an alternate domain name. And this was not in use. Let's see if it is in use now. Yeah, even this certificate is in use. Okay, and let me do that similarly for my other projects as well. Quickly for arc to lead interviewer, I'll add new domain. I'll be replicating the same. So overall, this is what I wanted to explain. Feel free to stop watching it here, but I'll continue my recording for the other records as well for all my other projects. So again, arc to let interviewer. I don't want anything in caps. I'll say arclet. Arc to let. I don't know whether I can have a record name which is arc to let interviewer.tsavonkar.com. I'll add the alias. I'll add CDN. I'll choose the CDN for arc to let, which is the one. Maybe I'll copy paste from here DNL. Yeah, this is the one. Create the record. The record is created for arc to let interviewer. I'll just copy paste this. Add domain. This is the domain. Next. I can use the same wildcard. No need to keep creating the certificates because I have used wildcard. Add domain. Let's see if this is live. Your connection is not private. Why does it have to route? Is it not routing to? It is HTTPS. Maybe if I quickly go to another browser. Okay, that was weird. Why it has showed that it is not a safe website. Let me try for the HIV awareness as well. HIV aware is my domain. So let me close this. Let me add for create a record. I'll just say HIV aware. Add alias CDN. The distribution name should be for, oops, the distribution name should be for this guy, HIV info app. This is the distribution name. Simple routing. Create records. So I have it for HIV aware. Low ARE. Similarly, I'll go to this specific one. Add domain. This is the domain. Use the wildcard. Use the while same certificate. I don't want to keep repeating it. Okay, now let me click. Why does it say not secure? Your connection is not private. Attackers might be trying to steal your information with hivaware.tsavonkar.com. For example, message, credit card, blah blah blah. To get Chrome highest security, back to safety. If I'm just going twice, it is going in. Weird. Chrome is behaving so weird. Like when it go first time, it is trying to give that message. Then I'll create a last record for if I'm created for HIV, Batman Steady, Arc to Lead is done, Tisa Vankar is there. Which are my other projects? Batman Steady. I think the face recognition one. Yeah, I'll close this app. Hope I'm not stuck. Yeah, I'm not stuck. Let me close this. This was face recognition. I hope I have spelled it right. I think this was the one, huh? The CDN was the Tejas React front end, if I remember it correctly. Yeah, face verification. So I'll just say face verify. Yeah, oh, sorry. So I'll just say face verify alias CDN. This is the CDN. Add this alias. I have so many aliases now. And for this as well, we'll create the domain. I'll say face verify tsabunka.com. Next, add domain. This should be good as well. Okay, maybe I'll open this face verify in Firefox for the first time. This browser doesn't say that, but now if I open here, maybe for the first time it says, and from the second time it is fine. I don't know. Weird. Okay. I think this is what I wanted to quickly explain, that how we can add the different records. So maybe I'll have, let me see. Okay. How we can add with this subdomain approach in the URL, how I can add different projects which I have, how I can link those CDNs, and have a subdomain name, right? First, you keep adding the record in the Route 53, and once the records are added, you need to also add that specific domain in the CDN, so that first you need to register the certificate, the wildcard certificate, start.tsavonka.com, and then the wildcard is registered. You can keep applying the same certificate for all the subdomain projects that you want to have. So overall, we have seen this easy peasy approach, not to keep buying the domains. Rather, you can use what you have already bought, but you have a subdomain previous prefix to your actual tsabunka.com for your domain name. So that's what we have done. That's it for today's video. Thank you.